What's up, Camden County? Allison, Justin, with the Camden County Quarterback Club, and we are back live here at Austin, Kingsland. And tonight we're here with the Coaches Show. We got Coach Tucker Pruitt, head coach for the Camden County Wildcats, talk a little bit about, I know it's been a little crazy, and we have been flying in and flying out.
It's been crazy.
Today.
If it's over, folks that don't know, we adjusted schedule this week, so we get coach for only just a few minutes because the boys are practicing right now.
Yes.
So, coach he's got to be over there and do some things, but we still want to get a little inside and see what's going on, how July has been and all that. But, man, what a crazy week. It's been a great week.
It has. And, this weather does not make anything easy on anybody. From the heat to the rain, to the heat.
Don't worry, Coach. Relief is coming. That indoor practice facility is coming.
Yeah. It's been a lot. We've got a lot going on. We've definitely transitioned out of summer mode, which was 4 days a week with the long weekends, and it's definitely full go. We had some severe heat, and so we've kind of changed our schedule a little bit. Obviously, the teachers had to start back meetings, and so it was great when we could go in the morning and kind of get it done, but we've been forced to kind of go in the afternoons, and then with this heat, we backed them up to bring them in at 5, and so we've been doing some feeding them and some special teams meetings and some offensive film while the defense lifted, and now we flipped and defense is watching film while the offense is lifting, so I can sneak away for a minute, and then we'll be back on the grass from about 6:55 to about 8:40 tonight. So.
And that'll be pretty similar schedule tomorrow, right?
Correct.
So if folks want to come out after dinner or something, we can catch some field.
Yeah, as long as we don't get the thunderstorms.
Yeah, thunderstorms,
we're hoping we
right?
can dodge those, so.
If you want to come out and see a little bit of practice, it's after dinner time. It's cooling off. That might be where I'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, it was nice. The latter part of practice, it kind of cooled off, and I think our kids enjoyed it, and we were able to get some good work in.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. At 8 o'clock, it is not cooled off.
It's cooling off.
It is still
comparatively,
hot.
Compared to the 100 degrees it's at noon.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We've kind of jumped in, started feeding the kids again, getting to watch that, even feeding them breakfast. Whew. It was fun. Getting up that early with y'all, feeding them breakfast. But I think it's been a crazy week already. We're excited for school to start back. But I guess now you've had several months with the team. What do you feel like is probably the biggest difference between what you inherited in April to now?
I would probably say the familiarity. Anytime you got a new coach and a new coaching staff, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of new ideas and new processes and new ways of doing things. And, they don't know it until you teach it to them. And so I think they're familiar with us. They're familiar with our expectations. They're getting more familiar with our practice schedule and how we do things. And so I think I'm kind of a creature of habit. I don't like to keep our guys guessing and changing things up. We're kind of more routine oriented, and our practices transition the same way. So once you got it, you got it. And so I think as we've been able to work it throughout the summer, we've become more efficient. The kids know what we're expecting of them, and I think there's some more continuity and familiarity.
Well, I think last time we talked to you, y'all had done a couple OTAs and you were headed to some more. How do you feel about kind of the competition you saw at, I think it was Coffee.
Yep. Coffee was July.
Yeah, it was good. We went against Coffee and we went against Choctaw, which is a team from Florida that had some good athletes and was good competition. So, we've done the best we can in that. And if you look back at the offseason as a whole, we got Columbia County in the spring game, Bolles to come in the fall scrimmages is a great team. And then we got the OTA against Thomas County Central and Ware and Effingham. And then we got to go against Coffee and Choctaw. So we've ran into some really good teams. Absolutely. And that's what you want, because what those teams do is they kind of expose what your weaknesses are. And we'd rather know sooner rather than later. And it's just kind of a see where you're at, correct the mistakes, and go compete again. But we've gotten better. We've improved. Our kids have been receptive. They've competed. I like more how we're competing. We're doing a lot less talking trash and more playing football and playing hard and listening and encouraging our teammates and playing through the ups and downs and having a good attitude. And so they've been fun to coach, and we definitely got a long way to go, but they've been receptive, and I think as a result of that, we've improved.
Man, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that I was going to ask you, and you kind of answered it, but, the kids making each other better, right? Competing against themselves and seeing that. And I'm sure, obviously, as the kids get used to the coaching staff, they're getting more comfortable. They're getting in there and they're doing it. And it's just, again, it's the elevating of the whole experience. So I mean, with them understanding more, they got to be competing more against themselves, right? And ready to, keep learning and keep progressing and,
Right. Competition is a big part of life, and it's something that our kids need to embrace because they're going to be competing for the rest of their life. Right now it's football, and it may be a position battle, but, they're going to compete for the girl they marry. They're going to compete for their job.
Yep.
They're going to compete for a promotion at their job once they get their job. And so they better learn how to compete if they're going to be successful in life. And so a lot of our guys are in spots where they're competing for a battle. But the real competition is with competing with yourself, and if you're a champion, you're not satisfied just winning the position battle. You want to go out and grow and develop and improve each and every day. And so just trying to put that in our kids, that championship mindset, and let them know that they're always competing. Even if you've got your job secured, you're still competing to try to grow and get better each and every day because it's a lot bigger than Camden. Just because you're a starter here, I mean, we're going against other teams that we've got to keep getting better to beat. And then even out of the region, then you start talking about trying to win a state championship. The other guys are growing and getting better, and we better have that same mindset and be doing the same thing.
Absolutely. Have you seen a lot of improvements in the weight room? Are we always lifting more weights, getting stronger as the last few months going on?
And we transition. That kind of has phases. The January, February, March is when we're really trying to put the bulk on them and get stronger. And then through OTAs and stuff like that, we're trying to work out the soreness, and we're not, maybe crank down as much in there trying to improve our maxes as much, but we're working them. We're getting stronger, working on mobility, keeping them healthy. That's a lot of it, and they're working hard in there. They're working hard in the film room. There's been a lot of growth in there. Anytime you got a new offense and a new defense, they don't understand it. And so, you got to sit them down, and I think the things that they've been able to do, and it's really fun. We just got out of meetings, and in every practice there's some good and bad and ugly, but there's a couple of the good ones where we're saying, man, this is perfect. You identified your coverage, you knew where to go with the ball, you knew that we had 5 to block 6 and the ball had to come out, and man, when you know what you're doing, we're hard to stop. And so there's been a lot of growth in the meeting room, and just from a mental standpoint.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
understanding
really
our schemes and where we're trying to go with the football and what we're trying to do, and it's just a learning process, but our kids have improved a lot.
Man, that's so great to hear. I love hearing that, how they're improving every day. I mean, how's injuries at all? Are we getting
we're pretty healthy. We just put the pads on, and we had a 2-a-day plan for Monday, and we got the first one, and obviously the second one we had to go in the gym because of heat. And I don't think there's any football coaches on our staff that like gym practices, number one. And then number two, to be frank with you, we're just in a position now where we cannot afford to miss practice. With where we're at and where we got to go and the short amount of time we got to get there, we can't afford to miss practice. So that's kind of when the schedule change came. And yesterday we got to go again, and we cut the practice down a little bit to the meat and potatoes. But we've only had 2 days in pads, so we're pretty healthy right now and kind of eager to get out there and beat on each other a little bit more.
I love it. Now, you brought up the staff. Now, you've put together an incredibly experienced, well-respected staff.
And before you ask that question, I just want to, last time we had coach here, I think I said 150 years coaching experience. I went back and completely screwed that math up. It's like 330 years of coaching experience.
Wow. But
yeah, so I just want to make sure I got the correct.
Okay.
I don't want to shortchange coach and his staff here.
It's all about the statistics and the numbers. But what's it been like watching this whole staff really work together? And how has that been for the kids?
I think it's been great, and we talk a lot about how the kids got to learn the new culture and the kids got to learn the offense and the defense, but the coaching staff coming together and learning what their role and learning how the coordinators want things done is a big part of it too. And we've got to be the model of how we come together, and we got to be on the same page if we're going to get the results we want, when it goes down a level to the kids. And so I've been really pleased with that. We've got a lot of really good coaches, and I know y'all mentioned the experience. We've got some young coaches that aren't very experienced at all that are outstanding. And
it's such a great environment for those 1 to 2 year coaches. They've only been coaching for a couple of years, to be around guys that have been coaching for 30 years, 20 years. What an amazing place to breed, development at the coaching level for your young coaches.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. The expert was once a beginner, and Coach Rod was that coach at some point in time. I was that coach at some point in time, and it's super valuable when you can be around people that are really helping you grow and learn and get better. And hopefully those guys in time will want to step off and do their thing. And hopefully when that time comes, they're ready to go. And they're definitely giving to our community, so we want to help them any way we can. And it's been good. There's parts of practice that I'm more involved in, and there's parts of practice that I'm less involved in. And some of the times that I'm less involved in practice, I can just kind of walk around and peek my head here and there. And I promise you, our coaches are doing an outstanding job having high expectations for our kids and challenging their kids. You know, like, it ain't easy. Like, we're challenging them every day to be better, be tougher, hustle around, have more energy, have a better attitude, correct the mistakes you made. And so there's been a lot of growth, and I think you can attest that to two things: the kids being receptive and the assistant coaches doing an outstanding job.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the benefits, I guess, you know, here with us here at Camden is you've got a lot of coaches around you, so you can kind of take that step back sometimes, be that CEO type look, and really, you know, get the overall 30,000 foot view of what's going on, and, you know, make the adjustments as needed. But I mean,
don't get it twisted. This man loves to coach.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I feel like a speck of sand in this program right now. There's just so many kids, so many trainers, so many coaches. I'm still involved on the offense, but I'm really fortunate to have guys in a lot of areas that don't need my help.
Yeah.
Guys that I honestly can't give a whole lot of help to. So those guys are in charge, and they know what they're doing,
their thing.
And they're doing their thing.
Them, right?
And that's
trust the kids, trust the coaches.
Yeah, I can't do everything, and I don't need to. Like I said, we've got some excellent coaches around here, and we need to let them do what they do, which is coach kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, getting back to Friday nights, I want to talk about, like, the fans. The fans, they really only see, that's what they get to see, your Friday nights, you know. So I guess it's like, what's something that you've seen in practice this summer that makes you excited, like, about where this team is headed? Something that they can hold on to and look for?
Yeah, I would say, again, you know, just the buy-in from our kids, and then just the progress. You know, I mean, we could have a whole nother conversation on the things we still have to improve in, because they are abundant. But if we're just talking about your question, there's been a great deal of progress, and I can promise you we're not the same team that played in the spring, in that spring scrimmage. And I don't know if we're where we need to be either, but we have gotten a lot better. And if our kids can go out there, and we're just talking about in the offensive meetings, avoid negative plays and penalties. You know, we're competing against each other every day, and a couple of the drives that we're not scoring on right now are due to a holding call, or due to a negative play on first down. And so if we can get out of our own way, we've got some good players that are learning what to do, and I trust that when that moment comes, they're going to be good players and they're going to make plays. And so I'm excited about the progress we've made, and there's still, we're going to keep our head down and continue to invest in those things. But the kids are getting better, they're listening, they're making the improvements, and if you just look from where we're at to where we're at now, we've been taking the steps, and they may be baby steps. They're not giant leaps, but all these little baby steps, they're counting, they're adding up. And, you know, if we can just continue to do that, hopefully at some point in time, we'll look up and we will have come a long ways.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to continue those steps throughout the season. You know, it's not like you kick off first game and no team in any sport wants to peak on game one, right?
Right,
you need to be continuing that upward progression, right, to continue to improve every week. And I think the best thing for me is just how receptive the kids have been, like you talked about. That's really good, because, you know, some of these kids that have been here in the last, you know, from freshman to senior, they've gone through a couple coaching changes, you know, and that's a lot of change and different, like, do it this way, do it that way, do it this way, do it that way. And it's reassuring to hear how receptive they've been. And then, you know, every opportunity that I get to feed them and all that stuff, they're so polite, they're so well mannered.
Yep.
So obviously that discipline is carrying over, right? And I mean, that's the testament to you and your team, you know, your coaching team. Because I'll tell you, those are some of the most polite boys. It's really nice to see.
They're always appreciative, and it's so nice.
Well, they're going to be. If they play here in our program, they're going to be. And so we're thankful that most of these kids got great parents that have taught them that, and that's a testament to the parents. But the ones that didn't get it from the parents, they're going to get it from us. And I think a lot of it, you know, as you're talking through all this, and just what comes to my mind is it goes back to the relationships. Like, when we first got here, we were just a bunch of guys they didn't know that was telling them to do some stuff that they hadn't ever done. And so it's kind of like, y'all know how it goes.
Yes.
But I think over time, our coaches have done a good job of building relationships with these kids, and they call them Generation Y for a reason. They want to know why we're doing what we're doing. Why are we on you like this? There's a reason. We're trying to make you be the best you can be and set you up to be successful, not just in football, but in life when you leave here. And I think once they know that we really care about them and we're not just doing it, to be, a butthole or whatever, then there's more buy-in. And so I think the more we can build those relationships with the kids, the more they'll do what we ask them to do.
Absolutely, for sure. That's remarkable stuff right there. I think I got one question for you. I mean, there's just folks out there. Obviously, there was news yesterday, right? ITG Next reporting some things. Another inbound wide receiver DB, Ayden Robinson. How is that going? Is that, I mean, obviously they're going through the enrollment process, doing all that type of stuff right now, but I think that's a testament too to what we got going on here at Camden. Is like, we talked about it with Dr. Green a few weeks ago. The school district, right? The academics, all that stuff. People want to come here. There's a reason, folks like, I might have a better opportunity playing at Camden, right? Or, the school district is 12th in the state right now. You might not be getting that.
You chose Camden County High School because of how great the schools were.
Correct,
like,
yeah.
You brought your kids.
Absolutely, yeah. When I first moved here, I was working in Mayport, right? That's where the Navy had me. But we lived in Camden County the very first day we moved here because I looked at the schools, right? I looked at all that data and to see the opportunities that are happening here. So it's nice to see, more kids wanting to do that same thing, like come out and wanting to be here at Camden. And I mean, all that does is, he's got some offers and, some college interest, but, I was talking with a couple of guys at work today, so double covered Sean. Now you got maybe Ayden over here and you got, Quan Mercer over here. You for those defensive coordinators out there, like, there's some decisions they really have to make on how we spread out our offense and any of that stuff. To me, that's exciting from a fan's perspective. That's the stuff that it gets me going. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, well, this may shock you or it may not, but it's not going as fast in real life as it's going on social media. The kid and his family have come and met us and said they're planning on transferring, and then we haven't seen. So he's not here yet. He's not practicing. I hope he's everything you just spoke of. I don't know if he is or not. I did get a call from Will Rogers, who's the head coach at Sumter County. I was in the region with him whenever I was at Fitzgerald, and we coached against each other. And he gave me a heads up, called me and said there's two kids because the kid has a brother that's going to be a ninth grader too, and said they're moving to your area and they're either coming to Brunswick or Camden. He said, I don't know which one, but they're moving. Dad got a job in Brunswick and they're relocating, and said they had communicated with him through the process. And I said, well, I don't feel real good about it because they're moving and they hadn't reached out to us at the time. We hadn't known anything about it, and so we thought they may be going to Brunswick. But then they showed up later that day and just introduced themselves, and very respectful young men, and we were able to shake their hands, and they told us they were planning on coming, and then we hadn't talked to them again. So there's still some things that got to go down, and hopefully they do, but that's really where we're at.
Yeah, it's exciting though, and I think come on down to Camden if you want to play at Camden.
I think it's funny that you're like social media moves faster than.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It gets out there and it gets spreading around like wildfire for sure.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. It's exciting to see our kids develop, see kids wanting to play here. To me, all that is just exciting because I've told, and this is the things that I tell folks that don't have a kid in the program. Is at any given time between both teams, you could have 10 or 15, college level athletes on the field, and that's what makes football down here in the South just so awesome. Regardless if you have a kid or not playing, come out and watch the game because it's a good game. And if you really like football and you really like that stuff, I mean, the entertainment is good, and that's what I've always been talking about. The band's good, the cheerleading's good, the football team's good. Like it's good quality entertainment that these kids work so hard to put on for us, and it's amazing to see. All this is right in your back door. For folks that might not even realize it.
Absolutely. Coach Pruitt, I know we don't have too much longer with you before you got to get back, but as we kind of head or get closer to kickoff. What's your message for Wildcat Nation, and how can this community make a difference for these kids as program and coming on Friday nights. How can we help you?
Yeah, I would just say, like you mentioned earlier, there's a lot that we see, obviously, that I see that the fans don't see, and that's just how hard our kids have been working, how faithful they've been all summer long to show up and work hard and lift the weights and watch the film and do the walkthroughs and listen to their coaches and run the 110s, and I promise you it hadn't been easy, but they've worked extremely hard, and I know they're excited about this season. One of the things that I love about, this level of football in Camden High School is football's important. And I promise you it's important to our quarterback club. It's important to our administration. It's important to our coaching staff. It's important to our kids. And hopefully it's important to our community and our fans too. And that's how they show us it's important, is they show up and they support our kids.
Absolutely. What else you got?
Well, I mean, for folks, I think we're 16 days to Bolles, right? So we got a scrimmage coming up here on August 14th.
Don't you hate how he gives us those numbers? It's like, wait a second.
We're going down to Jacksonville, and open scrimmage, folks, come on out, right? We're traveling down to Bolles for a scrimmage. So just based on that, fans, we're going to show up and watch. What are some of the things that you're kind of looking for the team to see on that scrimmage that maybe we might not be paying attention to? Like, what is your mindset going into that?
Keep it very generic. We're not
Yeah.
trying to get away
Yeah,
well,
for real.
I mean, we want to see how our kids do in a game situation. Practice is practice, and meetings are meetings, and walkthroughs are walkthroughs, but the game is when you got to produce, when the lights are on, and the stakes are high, and the fans are out, and so we'll be interested in seeing how our kids perform in a game situation. Can they do what they've been coached to do? Can they bounce back from a bad play? Can they make a mistake and continue to stay positive? How, as a team, do we handle adversity when things don't go our way? But if I got a little specific, I would say, can we tackle their running back? Because they've got an outstanding running back that rushed for I don't know how many yards last year, and he's got a lot of offers, and he's a big, strong running back. And so
that's a good test right there.
Yeah, it is, and that's why we can't afford to miss practices, because we play in however many days you just said, and we've got to tackle this guy, and you don't get better tackling in a gym. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to practice. We've got to get better at the fundamentals, because that'll be a big test, and then the next week's Brunswick, that'll be a big test, and it goes and goes and goes. So we got to be up for the challenge, and we're running out of time, and so got to make the most of every rep.
In the game, that'll be a 4-quarter scrimmage, right? So
yes, and I'm pretty sure the first half will be the varsity guys, and then I think we'll get some backups in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter probably play a lot of the young guys.
And for folks out there, I want to say it's 7:30, normal kickoff time, right? So normal Friday night light time schedule, all that stuff. So if you're not doing anything, come on down. And then the following week is Brunswick, so I need everybody in Camden County needs to go into that one, because we need to be louder than them, because that is a loud place to play. That's a tough place to play. And Camden travels well anyways.
Yeah.
So,
it's not far.
Yeah, but it's almost here. It's almost here.
It's crazy.
Coach, we really appreciate you, taking a little sliver out of tonight and coming over and talking with us. I mean, that's the dedication you show to us, and the fans out there. But we, I don't want to hold you any longer. We've kept you for about 20, 25 minutes. We need to get you back on the road.
They're going to be calling me like,
where's Coach at? Get him back over here.
Yeah, well, anytime I can come talk about our program and our kids and how good they're doing, I'm glad to do it, and appreciate what y'all do.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
Thank y'all.
We'll see you around.
All right. Well, we have something very special to
because we're not
show you guys.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
And we're not just going straight to the Queen of Hearts. So we have been working really hard on some things, and Justin's gonna get his computer screen ready.
Yeah, hold on just a second here. Where the heck is it? Don't. There it is. All right, so I got it up here, and I'll tell you, folks. We've been changing and doing some things different here in the last couple months, but this one is really different. And let me tell you, I'm excited about this one.
I'm so excited. Shout out to Hybrid Media Consulting.
Oh, for sure. Kanan is crushing it. And I'll tell you some, folks, of what I've done in the last probably 48 hours, 72 hours. I've looked at every Georgia high school football website, from the smallest schools to the biggest schools. I've looked at them all, and I'm telling you right now, ours is light years ahead of them.
I can't wait for everybody to see this.
Yeah, so I don't know, are folks seeing my screen yet? All right, Kanan's kicking this over, but I mean, just off, let me know when they can see it, Kanan. We good? So I mean, just right off the rip right here, I mean, live.
Yes.
You know, this is from a kickoff. Like it's beautiful, right? I mean, just look at this. And as we scroll down, it's just so user friendly. It's clean, it's beautiful. But you'll be able to, you know, get our schedule. Look at all of our rosters. It's linked to GoFan. So if you don't want to go try to fumble around GoFan, come on here, hit the tickets. It'll take you right there. Kanan's already filtered it. So if you've never bought tickets on GoFan, it's already filtered. You click that, it's going to immediately take you to Camden County. You ain't got to go and try to filter and find Camden or any of that stuff. This is great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the staff is in here. You know, various news articles, countdowns. Of course, you're able to get your Queen of Hearts tickets on here.
Gotta have that.
Oh, absolutely. You can join the quarterback club on here. So, you know, that's one thing that's really new where we're headed to, because we've been traditionally on a piece of paper, right?
Yes.
And collecting data that way to get new members to the quarterback club. This will be an interactive way for you to come in, you know, put in your information, join up. It's simpler. We're moving ahead. Nothing wrong with our last website. It's great, but sometimes you gotta keep moving, right? You gotta keep going forward. But I want to highlight a couple things in here, folks. So for one, the schedule pops up. You're gonna see the full schedule, and there's links here to get your tickets. So, you know, there's all these little ways here to go in here, check it out. This is a cool one. And this is where I think is really magical for our kids.
My favorite part.
Because this is a one-stop shop for every college out there that wants to know what our kids are doing.
Yep.
So for example, I'm going to show you Sean Green's here. So this pulls up his profile. It's telling you that he's class of 27. He's got his GPA in here. He's a hard commit to Florida State. You know, he's a 4-star wide receiver. You know, his height, his weight. And obviously you'll see it here. His stats will be here. So you'll be able to see his, you know, as the season goes on.
But look at the links.
Oh yeah, and all of the links here to their huddles, to their Twitter accounts, to their Instagrams, to their any of the max preps. And then, oh, by the way, if you don't want to click on huddle, Sean's highlights will be right here in his profile.
It's
so
amazing.
it's a one-stop shop for anybody that wants to see all the stats that our kids are doing. I mean, it's great stuff.
And I'm going to be honest, because even like sitting up in the stands and you're trying to memorize the numbers and
oh yeah, who was that?
Yes.
This will be an easy way to do it.
This is perfect.
This will be an easy way to do it. And let me tell you, folks, it looks beautiful on a desktop, but it looks just as beautiful on a mobile device.
Amazing.
So, but again, staff will be in here, and then you know you want to come in here, you know, and again, all this is still under construction.
Yes.
We're just sneak peeking and highlighting and showing where we're going. So it's not fully complete yet. But I mean, I love this one here. We're behind the sports. I mean, that's our student section, right? As we enter the fourth quarter, their cell phones are going.
I love this so much.
I mean, this is all good stuff.
You got to click on that Wildcat
Oh
Hub.
yeah.
Okay.
So I
sorry.
think.
I get excited.
Oh yeah. I think our younger folks will really like this.
Yeah.
So this Wildcat Hub comes alive on the desktop here. It's like a dashboard. I mean, this is like, if you don't want to dig around or anything like that, this is literally, you know, a little dashboard.
Like everything.
But I'll tell you where this thing is magical is on a mobile device, because, you know, all that stuff you're scrolling, right, to get through it or whatever. You hit that Wildcat Hub there, and you barely have to scroll. Like all that stuff is right there. It's quick for the fingertips, like where you talked about. You know, you're on the stands, you know, and you want to know whose number was that. Boom, you hit that Wildcat Hub, and right there. And it's broken down. If you look, the roster here, I mean, he's got it highlighted. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, you know, defensive backs, whatever.
And
It's right there. It's easy. It's so easy. It's so good. You know, you want to catch out our latest show, Queen of Hearts, Coach's Show, all that. And then this is a nice button too, because it's coming, folks. It's coming.
I like
you see that there?
Store.
Yeah, merch store. It's coming. You're gonna be able to come on here and, you know, buy some merch. So it's all. This is. I'm telling you, folks. It is almost here. It's not here yet.
I know.
But it's coming. Kanan has been working very hard on it these last couple of weeks, and
everybody, like, y'all have done such a great job, like looking at this and making changes and figuring out what we needed.
Yeah, a lot of text messages, a lot of hours on the phone with Kanan, but I've enjoying it. This is great, and every day we look at it and say, oh, maybe we adjust this here or do this here, but it's coming, folks. And I'm telling you, you can challenge me if you want. Go look at every high school Georgia website right now, and this is nowhere near where Camden is headed.
I know.
We are going to be the new standard. Folks are going to look at us and say, dang, what's going on over there at Camden?
But I love this so much because what a great showing of our athletes and what all is going on and being able to access the information. Because I think for our fans, I know at least for me, I wanted to access information and without getting a copy of the roster and with their, it was very hard.
Yeah, this is definitely an easier way to do it. And then, folks, oh, by the way, this is all editable, right? So right now, we're seeing a kickoff. But, man, how about a nice touchdown, right, as we get into the season, or a hard hit and tackle? That's your new video when you log in. And, I mean, that's just going to excite you every time you come to the website.
I know.
So,
and I like that he put discipline, accountability,
and which is Tucker. That's Tucker's stuff, right? You'll see it all over the back of their shirts. That's the DAT. So if everybody sees Tucker and all of his coaching staff and the players, they've got DAT on the back of their shirt. That's that discipline, accountability, and toughness. That's what Tucker is preaching, him and his staff, every single day, to make sure these kids are at the level that they need to be at, for 7A football in southeastern Georgia here.
I can't quit looking at it. I'm sorry. Look at your screen.
But good stuff.
So cool. It is good stuff. This is exciting. I'm super excited about this. It's kind of what we've all been looking at and been excited for. So I'm so glad that you guys.
But I got one thing too. I got one thing.
Okay.
And, this is for, if there's any administration watching tonight or any of the teachers, especially in the high school, I know there's got to be at least one or two kids that want to be, one of our sports writers.
Please.
So I'll give you a little, right here, we got a couple articles in here. We just talked about Ayden. We've got, a little article here about Sean, doing his thing over here. But we're looking for somebody that wants to, kind of showcase their skills. So maybe you want to go into journalism or you want to do something like that. So, teachers out there, administration out there, Canvas, please let us know if there's kids out there that want to, come on board and showcase their skills, take some photos, write some articles as the season progresses, right? And, how easy would it be to be sitting, in a study hall or something and interviewing one of the players and you're jotting down some notes and then you're going back and writing an article about it and then boom, it's published on our website.
I love this so much. Yes. So if you or somebody you know is interested, please reach out to us. Let us know. Let's get connected and make some magic happen.
Yeah. Another way for to showcase our students.
Yes.
I think we got some teachers out here, so there'll be some ones but that's the website. So it's coming, folks. I don't know when it's going to go live yet, but we'll follow the social medias. We'll let you know when it's live.
It's going to be soon.
Yeah, and it'll be the same URL that we have now, Camden County Wildcat Football, right? So it'll
change on its own. You won't even know.
Yep, you won't even know. So it'll be seamless to you, but it'll be beautiful when you click it. So with that being said, I'm ready to get in to the Queen of Hearts.
Listen, let's talk about that jackpot real quick.
So, folks, we hit a milestone this week. I love milestones. I love all that stuff. $10,347. I said I wanted to be at $10,000 before kickoff, and we still got 3 weeks to kickoff. You know what I'm saying? So, folks, we might be at $11,000, $12,000. Who knows where we're going to be?
The sky's the limit.
But a lot, and we had a record number of ticket sales this week. I don't like this number, but it is what it is. 666 tickets this week. So
we tried already. It's already closed.
Yeah, I wanted to put one more in, but I missed the cutoff, and I wasn't going to turn it back on. So. But it is what it is. But last week we had 583, and now we're crushing it. And I'll tell you, we've had some good weeks, but we've never had 2 weeks back to back like this. So, folks, and I'm seeing more new names every week.
And let's talk about these teachers that get in on this. I'm loving it.
I've seen so many teacher names pop up every day here. So shout out to Miss Kathy.
Yes.
She's a
board member, and we are very lucky to have her.
For sure.
Yeah. Love it.
So it's great stuff.
I've been nervous all day. I'm like, is somebody going to find the queen tonight?
I don't know. But I mean,
is it going to be Miss Gale again?
I know.
What's going to happen?
If it's Miss Gale again, we're gonna have, I don't know, they're probably mutiny or something
People are
on
gonna
us here.
start writing in.
Yeah, someone's gonna come here and challenge me or something. I don't know, but let's see who we've got.
Let's do it.
Now, Coach isn't here.
I know.
They're over coaching. But Ken, are you ready?
Ken, are you ready?
All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. Ticket number 4660. So luckily it's not Miss Gale.
It's not Miss Gale. I'm sorry, Miss Gale.
Sorry, Miss Gale here, but a Miss Lisa Carter.
Congratulations,
So
Lisa.
that must be one of Miss Gale's friends, because Miss Gale is very excited over there. Oh my goodness.
So what number am I turning?
Card number 22. Card number 22. What's it gonna be? This makes me nervous every week.
Me too. I don't even.
3 of diamonds.
There we go.
$50. 3 of diamonds. We can relax again for another
I know,
week here.
I can breathe now.
Whew.
But congratulations, Lisa. Thank you so much for playing.
That's ticket number 4660. It was card spot number 22, 3 of diamonds for Miss Lisa Carter. I'm sure Miss Gale's probably already texting her, so I don't need to call her or any of that stuff. You want to try to get her on the phone? All right, Miss Gale says we got to get her on the phone.
All right, let's get her on the phone.
Can you take my screen off here? Because I'm going to put up phone numbers there, Kanan. So just bear with me, Let me go back in over here.
I just want to tell you guys, thank you so
Get some
much
more
for playing
filler in there.
every week. Every bit of this goes to help the Quarterback Club program, all the little different things we're trying to do with feeding the cats and
All right, so I got her number here.
so we just really appreciate everybody playing, and y'all start coming up here and join us at Ops in Kingsland. They have a nice little setup for us. All the food. We're about to get somebody on the phone that just won. There it goes.
Hello,
Hi, is this Miss Lisa Carter?
this is Lisa Carter.
Hey, this is Justin and Allison with the Camden Quarterback Club, and we've got good news for you. We just drew your ticket in tonight's Queen of Hearts raffle, which was card spot number 22, 3 of diamonds. You just won $50.
Whoop whoop.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Yeah, so come out next week to Ops and pick up your check. This is good stuff.
Sounds good.
Well,
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yep, thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. You have a good night.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you for supporting it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, guys,
There you go, folks.
congratulations, Miss Lisa, once again for your $50. Guys, another week of Coach's Show and the Queen of Hearts. We can't do any of this without our sponsors. Thank you, TDS Telecom, SERVPRO, Bennett Automotive Group, and of course, Ops in Kingsland. Justin, was there anything else you wanted to add before?
We'll be back next week.
We will be back. Who's our guest next week?
Hard Hat Crew next week, the last I
cannot wait.
heard.
This is
So,
fun. I'm ready for this.
and like we've talked about, a lot of folks don't know who these, might not know who these guys are, but dedicated bunch.
I love these guys.
this-
You're in for a treat. If you don't know them, you have to tune in because you need to get to know them.
For sure.
Just great people. I know they've been around Camden County football
A long
a
time.
very long time.
Longer than I've been alive.
Yeah. I know.
And that's okay. That's good. So we got them next week.
Yeah.
And then we've got Coach Coffee and Grant Wise, our athletic director and assistant athletic director the week after,
Yep.
to kind of bring us in as we start the season.
know.
And then folks, we're at Bolles. And then we've got Tucker every week after that as we break down, we talk games, we do all the in the season stuff. But it's almost here, folks. It is almost here. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting this Queen of Hearts process. It's going to continue to get bigger. Remember, the sky's the limit. This thing can get as big as people play.
I know. Just come on and play. It's $1.
$1.
WildcatsQueenofHearts.com.
Nailed it.
It's simple.
Real easy.
And then when we get this new website up, it'll just be one little click for you, and it'll be super easy.
So y'all stay tuned. Website coming. Get your tickets for next week. Thank you guys so much.
See you next week. Go Cats.
Go Cats.